Wouldn't you just want to live there forever? What if I told you there's an entire school of thought that explains this could be possible for everyday life? Hi, I'm Belize. Welcome to The Built Lens, a show where I talk about how our built environment affects every environment. And today I'll be talking about biophilic design. Biophilic design is the concept of connecting our natural environment with our built environment through indirect and direct natural attributes. The word biophilia explains the innate attraction humans have to nature itself, because it's just that, we are nature. How is biophilic design becoming our reality rather than just some dream Pinterest post you've seen? Before technology, humans were steadily evolving with the natural world around them. Up until 200 years ago, when the rise of urbanization became our norm, humans slowly detached themselves physically and emotionally with nature. In urban design, it is paramount to have attractive yet functional design attributes. With this wave of biophilic features in cityscapes, residential areas, this eclectic natural design will become the norm for generations to come. So, what makes biophilic design? How do we know biophilic design when we see it? Well, there's three main principles of biophilic design that we can easily understand. First is the direct contact of nature, or the nature in the space. This concept suggests adding natural elements to the built environment around you. This is the easiest and cheapest way to practice biophilic design in a space. For example, potted plants, streams of water, waterfalls, air, open windows. These are the cheapest and easiest ways we can initiate biophilic design in our everyday routine. Lighting is also an important aspect of this principle. There are two types of lighting features in biophilia that are commonly used in design. One is dynamic lighting. Dynamic lighting reflects the natural light during the day, transitioning from low to warm light into cool and bright light. Number two is diffuse lighting. Diffuse lighting refers to a technique in which a space has evenly distributed light through the presence or absence of shade. These lighting conditions mimic the lighting found in nature. The second principle is indirect contact with nature, or natural analogs. This is where man-made elements evoke or mimic attributes found in nature through colors, patterns, and technology. Have you ever seen those fake plants or those preserved moss walls that are like really trendy in cafes? That's what I'm talking about. This is indirect contact with nature. It's man-made, but it's made to mimic something we can find in nature itself. The last principle and the third principle of biophilic design is the human spatial response to nature itself, or the nature of the space. This explains how planning and architecture can elicit a human response to the environment. Here, we are living in nature rather than directly or indirectly interacting with it, like I'm doing right now. Instead of me being inside, I'm directly in nature, experience it right here. But my house is right outside. It is the nature of the space. This is the nature of the space anyways, because I'm with it. In school, I had an urban planning professor who explained this in the most simplest terms. Who's going to be more happy in their apartment? The tenant with the window view of just a brick wall and the building next to him? Or the tenant with a beautiful view of trees outside his window? He would always say it like this too. 9 times out of 10, the guy that has the tree outside of his window looks forward to seeing that tree every single day. And he's right. Because think about it. If you're living next to concrete, you're already in concrete. There's nothing to look at when you have this view of just a brick wall. When you have at least something to look at, just this grass itself is interesting to look at because you're in nature. Building around or in nature itself, although harmful to our planet, allows humans to connect with our built environment on a more intimate level. The nature of the space allows us to have more positive distractions within our day-to-day. Well, you may ask, where did this stuff come from and who came up with it? Humans have used biophilic design for ages to connect our natural environment to our built environment. But more modernly, in the early 1900s, American architect Frank Lloyd Wright changed the game and introduced the concept of organic architecture. He incorporated his philosophical views of nature into the art of his architecture, thus creating these harmonious structures that teeter between the boundary of human adaptation and the built environment itself. Mind you, this was in the 1930s. Before anyone could ever think of this level of innovation, Frank Lloyd Wright already had innovations like falling water under his sleeve. Wright essentially set the foundation for biophilic elements in today's architectural designs, in a time where it was virtually impossible to implement something as progressive as falling water. His efforts are a testament to a new movement of design initiated before our modern technological society. So, now that we know the tea about biophilic nature, its main key attributes, its origins, where do we go from here? What does the future look like knowing that we have biodesign under our wing? With innovative new projects establishing themselves every year, the aesthetic of biophilic design has become the latest trend in urban design that will stick around for quite a while, in my opinion. Biodesign has seen a resurgence in hotel lobbies, universities, and most importantly, public spaces. You know we love public spaces on this channel. And that's the reason why biophilic design is so important. Because the techniques used in biodesign can help connect us to utilize more public spaces in our community. The implementation of these techniques has significantly increased quality of life for many occupants in public spaces. Drawing from 3 case studies I found on this topic, the effects of biophilic design in offices, schools, and hospitals, the results were all the same. We thrive when we're in nature. We're more level headed, more efficient, more productive. Stress levels are reduced, test scores are higher, patients can heal faster. All throughout the small changes of going outside, taking a 10-minute walk, seeing a tree out the window. If these natural attributes were incorporated in our everyday routines, our mental and physical health drastically benefit. With more research and studies being made on biodesign every year, these techniques will be the next norm, if not the norm already, when it comes to urban design. We don't need beautiful big structures or modernized tree houses to feel like we're in nature. We just need sunlight, air, plants, water. Something as small as using houseplants or opening up windows aids in our mental and physical well-being. With society moving towards a more balanced way of living, it makes sense that we will be experiencing more biophilic designs that are functional, inspirational, and attractive all at the same time. Are biophilic spaces a part of your everyday routine? Let me know down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I know you're jealous of my Squishmallow collection. It's okay, you can admit it. I'm kidding. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. I hope this year will grant you as many opportunities as you can. I know this year will be a great year for the channel. I feel it. So I hope you have an amazing year. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for more content, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.